Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is your friendly neighborhood T
and A. So we wanted to do just kind of like a brief catch up of everyone. We also wanted to formally apologize to our viewers.
All 83 to 84 of you.
We wanted to formally apologize and say that we're sorry that we haven't been posting the last 3 weeks.
It's like 4 or 5 now.
Because we had a loss in our family and our little YouTube family, I'd say. We had another co-host. I'm sure you saw her many of a time.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, that's.
I've never, as a kid, it's like a horrifying, traumatic experience. Lou, what are you doing? And how much she did stupid stuff or just annoyed us or made us laugh or...
Annoyed Thea. Always made Alicia laugh.
Her little itching of her collar. So that's why we have been a little MIA on the YouTube scene. But we are planning on making a full comeback, and but we just kind of wanted to do like a little story time really quick.
So on the 12th? Was Sunday the 12th?
I'm not sure. I feel like the last 2 weeks have been such a like blur.
So on the Sunday, it was a Sunday before Valentine's Day. So basically on Sunday, I work like 45 minutes away. So I went to work at 2 o'clock.
And I usually get off work around
2 o'clock.
I've been getting off a lot earlier though on Sundays because I work just in Midtown, and I usually get off pretty early, and because I work 2 jobs, so I work one and then I have a big long break and then I go to the next one. And no,
it's not gonna be the new thing, Luna. I don't fucking have time for it.
Usually I get off really early and someone's always home with the dog, like
with Lou,
with the
dog.
Someone's almost always home with her. And Matt, who also lives here, he just happened to be at his friend's house. I got off weirdly late from work, and Alicia had to go to work. And
so the house that we rent has gardeners. We don't do any landscape here. We have gardeners that take care of it.
It's part of like when we signed on to live here, that was part of the arrangement that he was like, you guys, we have to have gardeners. Like they basically don't trust like renters to take care of the yard.
Rightly so. I've already destroyed a good corner of the lawn just driving over it all the time.
So then I got home, and
you got home at like 3:20.
Yeah, I got home probably around 3:20ish. I got home and I noticed that our side gate was open, and I was like, what the fuck? And I walked over and I was like, no. And I knew the gardeners have been there because they always leave our trash cans all like ridiculously. Like all like they right? Like am I right?
And it was empty. It was the trash comes on Thursday. We don't do any landscaping, so the green bin was empty. It would have been empty.
And I went back there and I started calling for Lou. I was like, Lou. And I was like, I couldn't find her. And I was like, no fucking way. And I was like, maybe Alicia left her in the house. And so I went into the house and I tore apart the entire house. I pulled out everything out from my bed, everything out from Alicia's bed, everything out from Brandon's bed. Like I'd made sure she was not under any of the beds. And I was like, and then I started calling Matt. And for some reason he was in some weird time warp zone where he couldn't receive any phone calls. And so I was like calling him. I couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't get a hold of Brandon. So then I call Alicia, and Alicia texts me, and she's like, I'm at work. Like, I can't talk. And I was like, I know you're at work. Call me back, like 911. Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe she took Lou with her. Because literally the night before, Alicia had drove to Vacaville with Lou. So I was like, oh, maybe she took her again to Vacaville. Please, dear God.
Yeah, and like, so we're not over dramatic people. I'm not gonna stop my job and make a phone call.
We're not like that.
If you're saying like,
it was an emergency, it's
911 emergency, call me right now. So I went to the manager that was working at the time, and I said, hey, I was like, she knows who Thea is, and I was like, Thea, text me 911. She doesn't do this. Can I please call her back? It was a little bit slow at my job, and she was like, yeah, go ahead. I was thinking a million things. I was like, it's so, because you're not a dramatic person to be like, 911, I can't pay my keys.
SOS. Like, yeah. I never do that. Like, we don't do that.
911, call me right now. Do you know where the remote is? Like, that's not us. So she called me and asked me, and I said no. And I had so much faith in you. I didn't leave work.
I know,
like,
you didn't. And
because right away,
I was like, I'm already looking for her. The neighbors started helping me look for her because I was like, she had just got out then. There was a time. You said,
you're like, don't worry, we'll find her. It's not a big deal. I don't know where she is. And I was like, okay.
And I couldn't find her, and the neighbors were helping me look for her. And then Alicia called me like 30 minutes later. She's like, did you find her yet? And I was like, no. And Alicia's like, okay, I'm coming home.
Yeah, I talked to the manager and she was like, you can leave. Because, I mean, everybody that I work with loves animals. That's what I respect all of them for that. When there's something important like that, they're not going to be like, do your job. They're going to be like, no. Right away, somebody who had been there already for several hours was like, I'll stay for you. I will stay at this job and you can go. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to get halfway to Sacramento.
Yeah, and then me find her.
And then it's pointless. And I you know, I don't want to, you know, have her there. So I was like, no, I'll give her a chance to find her. Like you know, and 30 minutes later, I was like, okay, I was more worried that I know there's a lot of good people in the world, but I also know there's a lot of really shitty people in the world. And what I was concerned was is that somebody had found her and was going to keep her because she's cute.
She's so cute. Like, oh my God.
So I got home that Sunday, and then Thea had to work at 5:30.
I had to go to my second job.
So I'm going to list all the people. They're not going to care if I say their names, so I'm not going to give their last names. There was Thea, Matt, Goose, Michael, Cam, my sister came. Everybody just came, and we all squatted up in our entire neighborhood looking for my dog.
The next day, so we didn't find her that night, and the next day, I came home from school or whatever.
Well, my mom came down and we printed out flyers. No, it's okay. My mom came down and we printed out flyers and we posted them around. And then again, like, Matt took off work and spent the day like looking for Lou, and
he posted a bunch of flyers all over the neighborhood and stuff.
We had people say, "Oh, we just saw her down the street here," or "We saw her down the street there."
For whatever people said, like, "Oh, we just saw her."
She doesn't like people. She liked us. That was it. So if somebody's trying to catch her, she would have run away. That's not she
literally only liked like for a handful of people. Like, she doesn't
very small group.
Like, she doesn't like everybody, and like, so it was really like difficult. And then I got home from school. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like look for her, write this essay really quick for both my classes, and then in between I have like a really big break between two of my classes, and I was like, I'm gonna look for her like the whole time. And while I was on that break, Alicia had school. Then Matt and I were looking for her and on the railroad tracks right near our house, and Matt and I found her, and she didn't make it, and it was really awful. And I'm so glad it was Matt and I that found her and not Alicia, but it was really traumatizing to like find like our beloved like family dog. Like, I feel like she was like our house dog in like a way, and like everybody loved her. And of course she like annoyed me or annoyed Matt or did something crazy or just was like frustrating, but like we all loved the dog. But she was
a really good like positive energy to have around, you know?
Yeah, like we all really loved her. And so it was really difficult for us to like find her like that. And Matt like took some real like initiative and like really like stepped up, because I was hysterical. I was literally like hysterical. I called Alicia's mom, like panicking. I was like, how am I gonna tell Alicia? I was like, I can't do this without you. I was like, you need to come up here right now. And Alicia's mom is so team leader. Like, Alicia's mom turned into such like go Power Rangers.
Has had to put down and deal with so many pet deaths. I don't know how she does it.
I don't know how she does it either.
She might as well be a vet with the amount of like pet tragedies that she's had to deal with. I don't know how she does it.
Called literally everybody, and I was like, I need help. I don't know how I'm going to tell Alicia. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't do this by myself. I'm not doing this by myself. And Matt is like, I mean, you guys have met Matt. Like, he's so calm, cool, and collected. And like, he had to go like take a walk and like just walk it off, like take a lap. So then Matt picked her up and like wrapped her up, and we brought her home and we put her in the backyard. And I just didn't want Alicia to like, I don't know, I was panicked like you were gonna come through the backyard. I don't know, I was like, there's so many things to go awry. I just didn't want you to like stumble upon her.
That's funny because I was checking the backyard every time I came home, you know, just in case.
So then, you know, we had to tell Alicia, and it was literally the most awful thing I've ever had to do, and like we literally just like needed a break for like ourselves and just to kind of like mourn and like grieve the loss.
I didn't want to be fake. I didn't want to try to sit here and laugh and play some silly little game and be funny when I'm like not happy at all. And it just be super half-assed, and we give you guys something that's just not real and not us. And so now that we're a little more collected, I think we can talk about this a little bit more. And the next video we want to post was filmed previously, way before this happened, about a month ago. So us being happy and excited in that video doesn't reflect what the past couple weeks have been like. It just didn't feel right to post something like that where everything looks fine and okay and happy
when we're all upset and like traumatized. But just, you know, I think everybody stepped up in a weird way in this really tragic like moment for all of us, and like, and for you especially. Like, we all just want to be here for you, and like it was. I do
want to say one thing. I appreciate so much everyone saying very nice things and being very helpful, but what I got a lot is like, you should sue the gardeners. You should sue the gardeners. Our landlord is not the best, and Thea sent him a very, very long message, and he fired the gardeners on the spot. I don't feel like it would be justice to sue them. They lost the contract to the house. You know, they were getting paid weekly to do yard work. They're not getting paid weekly to do that. And I don't know what happened because I haven't been in contact with them. I don't know what they did or didn't do, but I'm going to chalk it up to a really, really devastating mistake. And to sit there and to try to make somebody pay for it over and over again and like potentially ruin their lives. Like, my life is already ruined. What justice am I going to get to sue them? I think it's stupid. I'm not going to do that. So I get that people want this like monetary justice, but I just want my dog back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that.
It's been a really rough couple of weeks for both of us. And I think for the household in general, and even your mom and Nicole and everybody. I mean, especially you though. And we just really want, there's nothing we can do though. Like, what's happened has happened, and you keep saying it is what it is, you know, and it's true.
My personal motto. Whatever's whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and we're just trying to move forward, and we want to create a new like positivity, and just like, I think that our best way of creating positivity in our own life now is going to be by bringing positivity to our audience and making you guys laugh and entertaining you, and we hope that we can do that, and
doing this when necessary. If we feel it's necessary to be a little bit more personal, then,
and yeah, we want you guys to know the real us and kind of what's going on with us, and we need to obviously create a backlog of videos to post when awful things like this happen, because this won't be the last. This isn't the first time, and this will not be the last time something really devastating happens.
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Just try to make sure that your mistake isn't huge and costs a life, you know?
Yeah.
With driving, with drinking, with making sure that you just completely end part of your job, like making sure you turn off the boiling water, making sure you turn off that light, making sure you blow out that candle. I'm the worst. Blow out that candle. It's like, it's stupid mistakes like that leave people devastated and ruined and affected forever. And it's just you know, just take that. I know we live in a go world. It takes 2 seconds to stop, look around,
and unplug the curling iron.
Yeah. What am I forgetting? What am I missing? Okay, phone, wallet, keys, and make sure everything's off. It's that easy. It's that easy to just take that extra second to make sure something awful doesn't happen.
We just want to let you guys know what's been going on with us, and I know this video was rather sad and a little more on the honest side, but we hope that you guys enjoy all the rest of the content that we are going to be putting out in the next the rest of the year.
So we do have a really funny video for you, and we will post that
But please just know that it was prior to
all the other bullshit. Okay, that's it. We're
That's
signing
it.
off. We have nothing else to say.
So
I'm not going to tell you to like, comment,
farewell.
and subscribe because that's fucking weird.
So long, farewell, and we hope you have a good day.
Mm-hmm.